Konnichiwa Nakamai, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices, Stories You Play. It Lives in the Woods, Chapter 2, 10 Years Ago. Now playing as John. Autumn sun sifts through the trees as you follow your best friend deep into the woods. Jane, where are we going? Your mom's gonna kill us if she finds out we went this far by ourselves. I know, but you've got to see it. Just a little further. Jane leads you to the edge of a clearing, pointing to a crumbling stone building on the other side. Ooh. Whoa, what is this place? Don't know, but watch this. Jane scoops up a pebble and tosses it at the house. It sails straight over the threshold, then stops in midair. No way! The pebble hangs in the air for just a moment, then drops straight down. That's so... I'm gonna go with, as a kid, both, but awesome. Let me try. Pick up your own pebble and chuck it in the doorway. It hits the same invisible barrier, dropping to the ground. Cool! Wonder what's inside. Inside? We can't go inside. How come? It's not like anyone else lives here anymore. Look, there's holes in the roof. What if you're wrong? What if we get in trouble? What if something bad happens? Look at Jane, who stands with her hands balled tight in her fists, her lower lip trembling. Hey, you got your birthday present with you? Sniffling, Jane nods, reaching under her collar to pull out an old whistle hanging from a necklace chain. Oh, that was awesome. That's old school right there. That's old school. Good. Well, what'd I say when I gave it to you? That if I ever get scared, I should blow on the whistle and you'll come and protect me? Jane raises the whistle to her lips. She blows a high trill that rises and falls as it echoes through the clearing. Huh. You're my best friend, Jane. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Glancing back at the ruins, you can almost hear the stones calling, reaching for you. Your feet shuffle in place, itching to close the distance. But if you're too scared, we can just go. I'm not scared. Just promise me you'll watch out for me. Promise. I'll even go first. Heart thrumming in your chest, you walk straight up to the doorway, reaching out to feel the space inside. Is there something there? Does it hurt? It feels tingly. As you step into the threshold, the tingling spreads over your whole body, then suddenly stops. Smiling, you continue into the dark room beyond. Darkness surrounds you like fog, almost thick enough to touch. You shiver, suddenly certain that something is in there with you, watching you. Hello? Your words echo strangely in the hollow space, and the voice that returns is not entirely your own. Is someone there? What's your name? Name. The leaves at your feet blow aside, revealing a path of smooth, gray stone, and as you watch, R-E-D F-I-E-L-D. Redfield. Redfield? Sounds old. Like snotty old butler. Nice to meet you, Mr. Red. I'm John. John. Your eyes slowly adjust to the dark room. Squinting, you see what looks like stairs in the far corner, disappearing into a jagged hole in the floor. John, is it safe? Who are you talking to? Hang on a second. I think there's something... Wind suddenly howls up through the hole in the floor, knocking you off your feet. Ah! Wind reverses direction, dragging you towards the abyss. You take your fingers into the crack in the floor, just barely resisting. John? Jane, run, help me. Run! Through the door, you see Jane try and try and run, but the wind howls at her after snatching her up before she makes it 3 steps. Ah! Jane slides past you, scrambling for purchase on the uneven floor. Jane! Jane's necklace chain breaks with a sharp snap, and the whistle vanishes down the hole in the floor. John, I can't. Hold on, I'm slipping. Jane starts to cry, and suddenly your fear ignites into anger. Furious, you scream into the howling darkness. Stop it, Mr. Red! Stop it right now, or else my friends are gonna come and burn your stupid house down. And just like that, the wind dies, and the house falls still. Cautiously, you push yourself up. Jane sobs quietly a few feet away, still clinging tightly to the floor. Jane, come on. Let's get out of here. My whistle. It took my whistle. I know, but we gotta go before it changes its mind and takes us too. Nodding, Jane lets you pull her up, and 2 of you sprint out the front door. At the edge of the clearing, you can't resist looking back one more time. The ruins sit still and quiet, showing no signs of life. John, come on. Coming. You turn away, hurrying after Jane. Behind you, a soft whistle rises and falls as it echoes through the clearing. I love that intro. Chapter 2. What are you afraid of? All day after the pep rally, your mind races with the thoughts of Dan, Jane, and him. If Redfield is really back, then Dan is in danger and we have to help him. Now, if you all turn to page 102 in your textbooks. As your English teacher turns away to write on the board, you open a group text on your phone. This is John. We need to talk. Hi, John. Yo. Sup? The hell? How'd you get my number? Face space. Well, creeper much? John, what you want to talk about? The pep rally. And don't pretend you don't know what I mean. When and where you want to meet. By the fountain. After school. Count, I have practice until 6. Same. Meet after? Guys, this is serious. You can't just ditch. We have a game coming up. Fine. Meet at 6. Okay. Oh, hey. I think you forgot to add Lucas to this text. Grab your right. Hang on. Before you can finish your text, your phone dies. What the hell? John, nice of you to volunteer. Since you're so obviously paying attention, perhaps you'll know the answer to my question. When did the last witch trial take place in the United States? Your classmate starts to snicker as Mr. Koople stares at you down. Lucas catches your eyes from a few rows up. Why are you smiling at me? He winks at you, then opens his hand under the desk. From your angle, you make out 4 digits written across his palm. 1878? Mr. Cooper raises an eyebrow. Well, you certainly kept us in suspense, John, but you are correct. 1878. Well, think about that, everyone. It's not so very long ago, just 75 years before the Crucible, which we'll be reading this semester. In literature, as in life, the past is always creeping up just behind us. The bell rings. And so is the end of class and school. Class dismissed. All around you, students begin to pack up their things. You make your way towards Lucas, but Mr. Cooper beats you there. Mr. Thomas, a word? Yeah, sure. Out in the hall, you lean against the wall near an outlet, charging your phone while you wait for Lucas. Stupid phone, I just charged you. The hallway empties as everyone heads home for the day. Gradually you become aware of muffled voices inside the class. And I know what you're doing. I don't know what you're talking about. May have everyone else fooled, but you can't fool me. What's going on in there? I should get closer? That is what typically kids in school do. Let's be honest. I already know something's up. Can't hurt to listen a little more. Guiltily, you edge closer and move to press your ear to the door. When cold hands suddenly grab you from behind, covering your eyes. There you are. Ah! Panic floods your body, and you struggle wildly against your captor as you're dragged down the hall. No, let me go, look! Your shout turns into a gasp of pain as you're shoved backwards into a wall. You hear a deafening slam and then muffled laughter. Hey! Oh my god, your face! School's back in session, John. Let me out, you freaks. But we wanted to make sure your school year started with a bang. Jocelyn kicks the locker door, making you yelp and cover your ears. Get comfy in there, John. We'll check on you tomorrow morning. Bye! Jocelyn and Cody's laughter recedes down the hall, leaving you alone in the dark, cramped space. After a few minutes of pushing and punching and swearing, the locker door still won't budge. You slump against the back and wall and defeated. Great. Perfect. John? What now? You guys think of some more fun ways to torture me? More fun. Get lost, Cody. I'm not scared of you. The whole locker begins to shake, and the shadows all around you seem to thicken, growing colder, closing in. Not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. What? I'm not scared. You spin around to find Jane staring up at you, her hands balled into fists. Behind her, the ruins loom against a backdrop of twisted trees. Jane? Jane, we have to leave. You try to reach for her, but your body stays frozen in place. Night creeps over the woods as you struggle against your invisible prison. Jane watches you with huge, sad eyes as darkness bleeds from the doors and windows of the stone house. Shadowy tendrils reach out for her. Promise you'll watch out for me? Jane, I didn't know what would happen. The darkness finally grabs hold of Jane, snatching her back towards the ruins. John! Jane screams as the darkness swallows her. And then the shadows explode outward, a black hurricane howling towards you. No, please. I'm sorry. The locker door springs open, and you fall face first onto the floor, gasping frantically for air. Slowly you realize that someone's kneeling over you. Thank you. Of course. Easy now. You take Lucas's hand, and he pulls you to your feet. How'd you get the door open? I've been telling the school for years they need to replace these old lockers. Anyone can open them if they know the trick. Guess it's a good thing they never took my advice, huh? Yeah, lucky me. Lucas glances at his watch and heaves a weary sigh. Late to something? Just a lot to do, as always. Did you want to report this incident? I can take you by the office if you want. I doubt it'd do any good, but there's actually something else I need to talk to you about. Oh, can we walk and talk? I've got some things to take care of before I head out. You nod, and the two of you set off at a brisk pace. It's about what happened at the pep rally? Oh, the blackout, don't worry. I've already filed a maintenance report. Can't have the lights going out during a basketball game. And the voice. I don't know what you're talking about. But... Sorry, one sec. Before you can say another word, Lucas ducks into an auditorium. Inside, Lucas waves to a group of band kids on the stage. Sounding great, guys. I just make sure you're done in here by the 3:45, okay? Drama Club needs this time to set up. Lucas, listen to me. Dan is in danger. Dan who? Pierce? I haven't talked to that guy in years. Are you sure about that? Lucas looks rattled even more so when the phone in his pocket starts buzzing. I have to answer this whole... Excuse me. He slips around you and out a side door. By the time you catch up, he's already in the middle of a phone call. Yes, Mama. I know college trip is tonight, but we talked about this. Because I have to meet with the homecoming and yearbook committees after school, and I can't be in 3 places at once. I know, Mama. I know. Yeah. Love you too. Bye. Jeez, you really are busy. You know, if you would slow down for a second, pretty sure the school would literally collapse. Lucas' phone buzzes again. He checks it and sighs. Great. Now the school paper says they need an interview. Tomorrow? Lucas' words come faster and faster, growing louder as he starts to pace back and forth. How am I supposed to get ready for an interview by tomorrow? I can't handle this right now. Well, Lucas, it's one little interview. Stop and breathe for a second. Put your hand on Lucas' shoulders, meeting his eyes. Just focus on me, okay? Deep breath in. Take a long, slow, deep breath, motioning for Lucas to do the same. Good. Now back out, nice and slow. You and Lucas take a few more breaths. Finally, he smiles at you. Better? Yeah, a little. Good. Now, about this interview. Maybe it'd be less stressful if I helped you prepare. We could grab a coffee down the street, and I could throw you some softball questions. I've been meaning to catch up with you anyway. It's a perfect excuse for me to ask all kinds of nosy stuff. That'd be great. You really do that? I want to help Lucas prepare for his interview. He'll gain a lot of nerve, and you'll have a chance to reconnect. You know, we just literally suggested it, and you're gonna diamond wall us. On second thought, I'm flaky. I actually have something else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, you mean what happened at the pep rally? Yeah, so you heard them, then. The whispers, the voice. Lucas scratches his arm uncomfortably, glancing around. I mean, look, I don't need it getting around that the class president hears voices, but hypothetically, I suppose I did with them. Well, hypothetically, a bunch of us are meeting by the fountain to talk about it. 6 p.m. So you in, or are you too busy? My schedule's pretty full right now, but, I guess I can come for a little while, just to listen. Great. See you then? Yeah, see you then. A few hours later, the sun sinks behind the trees as you walk out of the school building. You find Noah, Lily, and Lucas already waiting in silence. Andy arrives a minute later with Stacy trailing behind, texting busily. Hey guys, one sec. Jeez. How's it dark already? Noah stands up from his seat on the fountain. Lily moves to stand beside you, her hands twisting nervously together. Who are we missing? I don't see Ava. Ava speaks suddenly from behind you, making Lily jump. You guys look like the cover of a Christian rock band album. Jeez, what are you, a ninja? A vampire. But I've seen you out in the sun. I'm the Daywalker. Oh my god, I screwed that voice up. I'm the Daywalker. Fear me. Yeah, literally, I cleared my throat. Okay, well, look. We all know why we're here. The blackout at the prep rally, the wind, the voice. I don't know what you're talking about. Stacy, I saw your face at the rally. You came here for a reason. I saw your face. I saw all your faces, and you were all freaked out, just as I was, because you all heard the same thing I did. Everyone plays together. A long, heavy pause fills the air as everyone refuses to look at each other. There's something else. Lily holds out her phone and shaking hands. Lily, are these texts from Dan? Wait, you got them too? Hold up. Did we all get weird-ass texts from Dan last night? Your fingers move toward the bruises on your neck, which begin to ache at your touch. Guys, I have to tell you something. You summon your courage and tell them everything that happened to you last night. The text, the blackout, the creature that wore Dan's face. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it was him. I think Mr. Red is back. We have to call the cops right now. They'll find that sicko that attacked you and... Andy, there's no point. There's no way the police would believe us. You don't know that! Ava, what? Hell no. He'd make me pee in my cup and then search my room for drugs. Besides, what are cops gonna do against Redfield? Arrest him? Yeah, alright, I get it. Maybe get the dirt monster to testify? I said I get it. Noah, leave her alone. Him. Wait. Oh. Wow. That young, huh? Huh. I would understand if they were, like, in or college? But in high school? Huh. Okay. Alright, I can accept this. Huh? Him. You said her. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Andy. It's fine. Andy shrugs, crossing his arms. He aims a sharp kick at the pebble, sending it flying across the street. Oh, yeah. Speaking of cop stuff, Dan's parents reported him missing this morning. They what? Dan's missing and you're just telling us about this now? I figured you would have heard. Not everyone's dad is a sheriff. Guys, Dan could be in trouble. We have to go find him. John, come on. He needs actual help, like from adults and professional adults. No, it has to be us. And why is that precisely? Because we're his friends. We know who took him. This is our fault. We know who took him. Right. His imaginary friend from when he was like 8 years old? Mr. Red wasn't Dan's friend. And you know damn well he wasn't imaginary. I know nobody wants to dredge this stuff back up, but it happened. We all remember Mr. Red. We all saw what he did to Jane. We can't just let him do the same thing to Dan. No one did anything to Jane, John. It was just a freak accident. That's bull, and you know it. All I know is there's a bunch of dumb kids who shouldn't be playing in the woods by themselves. Look, let's all calm down for a second. Consider the facts. Everything that happened at the rally could be explained by some faulty wiring. As for Dan, what exactly are you proposing we do? Isn't it obvious? We have to go stop this. We have to go find Dan and figure out what he did so we can undo it. We have to go. Into the woods. The wind picks up leaves, flee across the asphalt as Lily backs away, shaking her head. No. I'm not going back there. Noah moves towards Lily, holding up his hands in a calming gesture. Lily, I know you're scared, but if we want to stop this, we have to... Andy blocks Noah's path, placing a gentle but firm hand on his chest. Back off, man. Lily doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to. Are you serious right now? Somewhere a heavy door slams open as your group tenses, like animals caught in a predator's stare. 3 cheerleaders round the corner of the gym, chatting happily as they pass. They vanish into the school, and you start to breathe again. Noah, maybe you have time to go running around in the woods, chasing boogeymen, but some of us have real problems. Yeah, getting kidnapped by some shadow monster nightmare dude seems like a pretty real problem. Guys, we need everyone's help. I'm sorry. I can't get involved with this. Why? Because it might mess up your standing with the popular kids? No, because if Dan's been kidnapped by some crazy guy, a bunch of us stumbling around in the woods doesn't help. And what if it's not some guy? What if there's actually something supernatural going on? Then we should stay far, far away from it. So you're just gonna close your eyes and pretend nothing's happening, just like you did when my sister died? Noah? No. I've had enough of this. Redfield killed Jane right in front of us, and you all shrugged it off like nothing happened. Hey, and shrugged it off. Anything. The hell you didn't, class president, cheerleader, basketball jock. You all seem to be doing just fine. The second Jane was in the ground, you were all happy to move on with your lives. And you're pulling the same stunt with Dan. Oh, now you care about Dan? Where have you been for the past year? Where were you when Dan got totally wasted at winter formal? Where were you when he was having breakdowns after every football game? Where the hell were you, Noah? Where were any of you? I didn't know Dan was having that much trouble. Why didn't he say anything? Because apparently when you're a big, strong football star, you're not allowed to have feelings. But we could have helped. I could have helped. Well, and now it's too late. Stacy turns away and storms off without another word. Lily looks down at the ground, holding her textbooks in a shaking, white-knuckled grip. Lily? I'm sorry, but I can't go back there. I just can't. Lily turns, hurrying towards the school. Noah turns toward Lucas with an accusing frown. I guess you're gonna bail too, Captain America? Look, even if I did believe all of this, I just don't have the time. Lucas turns and heads back towards the school. Fine, just bury your heads in the sand. This isn't gonna stop you, know. Noah. Oh, I went and got a nap. Then I got coffee. Now I'm back doing videos. Lord help me. It's too bad they didn't release the whole book all at once. That would have been awesome. Leave them alone. If I hadn't seen that thing last night, I'd probably be in denial too. You turn towards Ava, who's cleaning her fingernails. So what about you? Oh, a creepy, deep woods ghost hunt is emphatically my brand. I'm in. Me too. I don't know about this ghost crap, but Dan's a good guy and he needs us. So, when are we going? Friday? What? No, we have to go tonight. Oh, I can't. My dad's got this really strict school night curfew, and wow, does it sound lame out loud? Yeah, I can't go tonight either. The team needs me here early tomorrow for training. Sure they do. How will the team dude bro know they're having fun without some minorities around to explode? Andy stiffens, ready to snap at Ava, then wilts, grumbling. I mean, you're not wrong, but I have to keep showing up, right? They can't ignore me forever. I admire your optimism. So that's it? You're both sure you can't come? Andy and Ava look at each other doubtfully. The woods are full of danger, but their strength in numbers. Bring more friends to decrease your chances of losing nerve or even gain some. So we could bring Andy, bring Ava, bring both. So you save 2 diamonds by getting both. Or volunteer alone. I'll go. We have to help Dan and stop this before anyone else gets hurt. Then I'm coming too. If you see any auras, orbs, specters, or shadow figures, take pictures. Also try not to get murdered, I guess. Seriously though, you guys stay safe and keep us in the loop. Noah nods. Ava and Andy head back towards the school. Alright then. I gotta go grab my stuff, so you go on ahead and we'll meet up in front of the hardware store. Alright, then what? Then we go save Dan. If you can. Wah, 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 wah. So yeah, I remember talking in one of my replica videos about supernatural things. It's tough for me because I'm kind of divided by this. Strength in numbers, yes, is a thing, but it's also a weakness. It's a pretty big weakness. Versus you're going alone. Now it depends on how strong your resolve is in and of itself when handling things like that. But like I said, that's a weakness in and of itself because Usually when you're dealing with things like that, if they get in your head, if they even have a slight chance, if they can get in your head, they will get in your head. And once they're in your head, you need kind of like something to snap you out. And that is the strength in numbers kind of ability. Now, I don't think me, as the MC, well, you're going to be stuck in an infinite loop if you didn't purchase a Diamond Edition thingy. I kind of wish... Okay, so, in case you guys are watching, I want to dive right back into Letter, okay? The Letter is a fantastic game. Unfortunately, you do have to pay for it. And I already bought it, and I did 2 videos of it. It's a fantastic game. Huge reviews. Huge success so far. I want to dive back into it, but unfortunately we got flooded with choices and so many other things, and I got busy IRL, so I want to dive back into it, especially because it's October. Scary stuff. We love. I love that. If you're watching this, most likely you are kind of curious about it too. So I want to dive back into that. Trust me, if you go back and you watch the Letter, you will not regret it. I'm gonna go ahead and add one of the boxes here on this specific video to let you go to the first Letter video. And it's fantastically done. It's got voice acting. It's got me narrating. Voice acting other than me, keep in mind. So you really need to check that out. It's a fantastic game. Now, no offense to Pixelberry, but in terms of how much work was put into the Letter versus how much work Pixelberry does, um, they had a team that was a bit bigger than Pixelberry's, and it's a whole entire game specifically dedicated to that. There's hundreds of thousands of words just in parts, so I mean that eclipses Pixelberry a million times over. No offense, but I love Pixelberry. Thus, why I do their videos. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and add a box here, let you all check it out. Please do so. Let me know if you do enjoy it. Let me know how you feel about this book. So far, I am splendidly enjoying it. I love the twist. I think Chapters was a very good influence, kind of like competition for Pixelberry to kind of show them that, hey, people do like the dark tone. So I'm glad that they're kind of going back towards that. With that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. You know what to do. Also, head down the description below. You can follow me on social media, or if you want to support my content and my channel, there's a couple links for that as well. If you're generous enough, otherwise, hit that share button. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.